is time. It is time to brew your best beer. The 2015 Sjporr Challenge is brought to you by the Grainbill Homebrew Supply, located in Red Lion, Pennsylvania. Brewers Exchange, operating in the U.S. and Canada. Finney's Homebrew Emporium, located in Bishopdale, Christchurch, New Zealand. And Omega Yeast, located in Chicago, Illinois.
Clements Homebrew coming at you with a 2015 Sjporr Challenge beer review for the US-Canadian Finals. And today we've got one. This is the 459-053-4EF. This is a pineapple mango saison. They call it sheer PMS. And I gotta read this to you. It says, a fresh spin on a classic saison that's brewed with the first commercially available genetically hybrid yeast strain and a ton of fresh fruit. It's tropical, it's easy to drink, and it's a little funky too. It also packs a punch at nearly 9% ABV. Enjoy. Woohoo! All right, what else have we got here? Dingleman's Pilsen and pale wheat malt, unmalted soft red wheat, and Care Munich. Hallertauer Blanc. Wow, I've not heard of that on a hop. Chicago's Omega Yeast Labs Saisonstein Monster. It's a hybrid saison yeast. Pineapples and mangoes added to secondary. Local Illinois soft red wheat unmalted and the Saison Monster are both local. Now, I of course know who brewed this one. So in full disclosure, I've had earlier versions of this before. In fact, I think I may have had a little bit of this very bottle while I was in Philly, but I was probably well saturated at the time. So we're gonna go ahead and get this cracked open and give it a review. A light gusher. Had to get it to the glass quickly. Oh, it's settled down now though, fortunately. Boy, I can hear the bubbles popping on this one. Okay. Well, take a look. That's a hell of a head. And you can really hear it popping away in there. It makes me think of like Rice Krispies. I haven't had that in years, but that's kind of the sound going on. It's a fun color. It's a pretty color. It kind of almost gives you the color, with except for some of the red hues there. It makes me think of almost one of those orangish IPA type colors, but it's a little bit deeper in color than that. So it's got a nice honey color to it. Let's get the nose. You definitely get the mango and pineapple scents on there, and you get, man, a little bit of funky scent. There's that little bit of funk from the saison yeast on that for sure. Yeah, and if you didn't know what this yeast was, you might think that something had happened with this beer, but that's not the case at all. This is a saison yeast, and it's a fun one, I know that. So, all right. It's got a light bread to it. I almost get the lightest hint of a banana on there, which is interesting, but that's probably from the yeast. And so you kind of get that pineapple and mango and this light bready banana on the back side of that, which is kind of fun. And so you're getting that kind of a Weissen type characteristic coming through from the wheat that's in this. And you've got a couple different types of wheat with the red wheat and the pale wheat malt. So we'll leave it at that, and we're going to say cheers and jump in. Yeah, really fun. It's kind of medium light, It's kind of light on the palate. You get a little bit of that wheat character, and you get that nice sweet character coming in, more so on the front. You get those sweet characteristics coming in from the pineapple and the mango. Feels slightly overcarbonated to me. And then those flavors, really, those fruit flavors, really fall back on it. On the back side, I'm not getting as much that. I'm getting some of the hop character coming through, a little bit of that wheat character, but it just, unfortunately, that sweet flavor doesn't completely carry through at the end and doesn't stay on the palate. I'm going to take a little time with this, let it warm up some more, which might help, and I'll be back. Such a fun beer. The head had faded on it with a swirl. It really builds back. I think it's slightly overcarbed, honestly, but you gotta love it when you get the lacing on the glass. The appearance does a lot for me personally. On the taste, it's warming up has helped with some of the sweetness on the beer. I find that the fruits are really good on the front side of the beer. They hit your tongue. You get that mango, you get that pineapple. Unfortunately, they start falling out in the middle, and then on the back side, they're mostly gone at that point, and you're left with kind of a little more flat saison taste with some bitterness lingering in, and that's too bad that those flavors don't carry through more. It's a wonderful beer, and I don't know how you go about changing that to get those fruit flavors to carry through longer, but that would be the real key to make this even more spectacular beer. But always a fun one, and so this is Kevin Clementon saying I'll see you on the next Sjporr Challenge beer review for the U.S.-Canada Finals. See ya.